Hey,
Take us away.
up. I want to talk to you about the Enfield monster. What do you know about the Enfield monster?
I don't think anything. Nothing is coming to mind. Like don't have a description. I don't think I've heard legends.
Now,
Is
here's
Enfield in America?
So a lot of people might know about the case of the Enfield poltergeist, which is a claim of supernatural activity at 284 Green Street, a council house in Brimston, Enfield, London, England. It was eventually made into a movie called The Somethinging with, it was like one of those James Wan movies. Pretty spooky. But
you mean like Birdemic?
No. James Wan is the dude who makes.
Oh, I thought you said James Wynn. I'm sorry, man.
No, James Wan does like the Conjuring series and like has Annabelle, like, and has a very distinct style that is pretty good, but it also seems like James cranks out a movie every 4 months.
He's got that Blumhouse. I have
to make a movie.
Money.
I have to make a movie about another haunted doll. A different one this time. It's a dude. It's a different one though. I have to do it.
See, I got him confused all the time with James Wynn, who's a crazy man with a camcorder, who gave us our generation's The Birds.
Yes. I will say this. Love James Wan. I'm excited about that new movie. He does scary stuff correctly. Also did Aquaman, weirdly enough. Did you know that? Very strange. Okay. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about the Enfield monster, not the Enfield poltergeist. This took place in 1973 in Enfield, Illinois. The Enfield monster, this is from the Wikipedia, by the way, refers to the reports of an unidentified creature around Enfield, Illinois, United States in April 1973. It's a bit of a Dover demon. It's kind of one of your deep pull cryptids that, like, you know, monster nerds and shit will know about. And now you'll know too. Welcome, monster nerd. Enfield, Illinois, United States, April 1973. So this ain't no English poltergeist. Put down your cup of tea, everybody. This is an American monster. The reports were covered by the news and media at the time, with some suggesting they may have been caused by a wild ape or escaped kangaroo.
All right. Two different creatures entirely, but I get it. Both of them have hot abs.
Animals.
Yeah, but they both got them like chest and abs, right. You know.
Look, yes, they are a couple of stacked daddies. So I get it, but no, if you're at the zoo and you're like, I said I wanted to see apes, these are clearly kangaroos, and you're like at the like chimp enclosure, you're a crazy person. Anyway, used as a case study for a paper on social contagion in 1978, sociologists cite the episode as an example of collective behavior where a group or crowd can be affected by the spread of group emotions, such as panics, hysterias, collective visions, and extreme instances of suggestibility. So you decide, Werewolf Radar. Here's the reports. At about 9:30 on the night of April 25th, 1973, Henry McDaniel heard a scratching sound at his front door. He looked out and saw something that he thought might be a bear. Taking a gun and flashlight, because remember, nice. he was a normal person in the 70s.
The hell yeah, gun and flashlight, #1 ghost hunting tool. How do you expect to bag a ghost if not for a gun and flashlight?
Yeah, sure, you got to have a bag too. To put the ghost in, obviously, or else it will get everywhere. Taking a gun and flashlight, he headed outside into a strong wind and saw a creature between two rose bushes. He later said, quote, "It had 3 legs on it, a short body, 2 little short arms, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights."
First of all, one of those legs was a dick.
Okay.
It's adorable that you called it a leg, though.
All right. Well, that's canon. Okay. So I'll read that again. It had 3 legs on it, asterisk, a short body, 2 little short arms, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights. It stood 4.5 feet tall and was grayish colored. He added later that it was almost like a human body. McDaniel fired 4 shots at the creature, 1 shot hitting it and causing it to make a hiss, much like a wildcat's, before fleeing towards a nearby railway embankment, covering 50 feet in 3 jumps. 3 legs. Scary. McDaniel called the local authorities, who discovered footprints in the soft earth near the house, which McDaniel described as dog-like in shape with 6 toe pads. The police considered McDaniel to be, quote unquote, rational and sober in his reporting of the incident. In a later press interview, McDaniel said, quote, if they do find it, they will find more than one, and they won't be from this planet. I can tell you that.
You don't know what's on our planet. We got caves, motherfucker. We got ocean depths.
That is one of the most buck wild encounters I've ever heard in my life. What can you imagine this thing? Plus he seems to like focus on the squatness of it. So when I imagine it, it's like a real little like, hi, I'm here from another planet. Please don't blast me. And then he shot it.
It seems I get the image of like 5 feet, 4 to 5 feet, stocky, like I don't know, normal little person size, but 3 massive legs, maybe to run faster. And like, how would you run with 3 legs? It seems like it's
shanks. There's nothing on this planet that has 3 legs,
except for some dogs and cats.
Penis joke. But like nothing that naturally would locomote with 3 legs, I imagine it would be kind of this situation,
I guess, man. That's my best guess because I'm trying to think of like,
or like a get a bump, get a bump, get a bump,
I'm excited when aliens finally come to Earth and show themselves. I want to see how their hips move in a non-sexual way.
We can decide if they skitter or galumph at long
need
last.
To know. I need to know the sound effect.
This fucking thing was galumphing off into the woods. It made a hiss like a wildcat. And Mr. McDaniel said it's not from this planet. Investigators interviewing nearby residents were told that Greg Garrett, a 10-year-old neighbor of McDaniel, claimed to have encountered the creature half an hour before McDaniel did, and that the creature had stepped on his feet, tearing his tennis shoes to shreds. The boy later told Western Illinois universities that his report was a hoax to tease Mr. M and have fun with an out-of-town newsman.
They fucked the fucking youth.
2 weeks later, on May 6th, McDaniel called the radio station WWKI, claiming to have seen the creature again at 3 a.m. that morning. So it's an early riser. It was negotiating the trestles
or a late partier.
Or a late partier.
Could be a party rock anthem man.
This does sound like it was coming home from being at a party, gonna party, want to party. It was negotiating the trestles of the railroad tracks near his home. I'm so drunk. And McDaniel said, I saw something moving out on the railroad track, and there it stood. I didn't shoot at it or anything. It started on down the railroad track. It wasn't in a hurry or anything. A search party, including, that's the end of the quote. A search party, including WWKI. Sorry, I got a yawn.
To be honest, that description fits just a normal transient waiting for the rails to become active again so we can catch them,
Yeah, 3 with 3 legs.
With 3 legs.
Giant pink eyes the size of flashlights. If that's a person, they are in desperate need of assistance.
Jordan, Listen to how you sound. You
What?
forgot the common person down at the rail yard.
Did you know someone at the rail yard who had 3 legs?
Yeah, Big Dick Joe, but that that was different.
There it is. There it is. That's our trifecta. For those of you counting, 3 dick jokes. We finally got to one that worked.
No more. Sorry.
That's it. But everybody drank. A search party, including WWKI's news director, Rick Rainbow, explored the area later that day and reported observing an ape-like creature standing in an abandoned building near McDaniel's house. They claim to have made a recording of the creature's cries and fired a shot at it before it fled.
You need to send this article in the listen along. I need to see this.
The Enfield Horror, they call it. Cryptozoologist Lauren Coleman investigated the case and the sound recording. Try to find out what he had to say. 2 days later, a day after McDaniel was interviewed by local radio, the local press reported the police were called to investigate reports of gunfire and arrested 5 young men from out of town who had come to Enfield in order to photograph the creature, carrying shotguns and rifles, quote unquote, for protection. The men having claimed to have sighted the creature. The White County Sheriff dismissed the reports of this as quote unquote monster hunting expedition as an exaggeration, saying that the men were just out drinking and raising hell.
No.
Mentioning the monster only briefly during questioning. Yeah, we saw it. Yeah. Well, Terry saw it. I was just shooting where Terry saw it. The men were charged with hunting violations.
Damn.
So that is kind of the long and short of the Enfield Horror encounter. Creature, gray skin, short arms, short neck, humanish torso, maybe 3 powerful legs,
ape-like,
maybe dog-like feet. Was scratching at this man's window. At least one person seems to have actually seen it. Lauren Coleman investigated it. I'm gonna see if I can find what Lauren Coleman had to say. But what do you think? What do you think, man?
Oh well,
nobody's seen it since, apparently.
It could be. I'm gonna believe them. What they saw is terrifying and consistent over multiple encounters. Some sort of weird locomotive creature to my Earth evolution standards.
Yeah.
Skitters or krillumps around. It's ape-like, or at least that's what we understand it as. It seems like it's something from a different evolutionary tract. I think it's real. I think an alien, kind of like a chupacabra myth, where like it's an alien's dog loose and they need to catch it, like it escaped their masters. Or maybe it is a master. I don't know, man. I'm opening my mind to what aliens can be.
Now, maybe it was, maybe we're thinking about kind of a tripod situation when it was more of like, imagine 2 arms with 1 leg at the back, you know?
And it's just dragging along?
No, like hopping along.
Oh, well, you did say 50 feet and 3 jumps.
Here's another account of the Henry McDaniel's encounter. From cryptids.fandom.com, doing the work. I used to deliver lunch to them. Just a shout out.
Nice.
9:30 in the evening, the McDaniels returned home to find 2 of their children, Henry Jr. and Lil, in a terrified stupor. The children claimed that a quote-unquote thing had tried to break into the house through the door and a window-mounted air conditioner while their parents were gone. It was then that they all heard a scratching sound at the door. Assuming that it was some sort of stray animal, a skeptical Henry McDaniel cavalierly approached the door and yanked it open.
Nice. I've done that before.
What? To a monster?
Yeah. I don't know why I've done it. I was told that, like, I think there's a shadow person there, and I've gone like, I'll get it.
Oh, and it was there?
No, I didn't see anything, but like I cavalierly there opened the door and went like, I'll scare it away.
This feels like Dad being like, there's nothing out there to be afraid of. And then like swanging the door open and yanked it open. What he saw before him would have shaken even the most courageous man to the core. There, standing on his stoop, was the same red-eyed monstrosity that had terrified his own children and assailed the Garrett child less than an hour before. That turned out to be a lie.
But this isn't.
This is not. I can tell you that much. The same red-eyed monstrosity that had terrified his children and assailed the Garrett child less than an hour before, McDaniel backed away from the entity in horror, slammed the door, stumbled to the nearby closet, and retrieved a flashlight and a .22 pistol. While his horrified family waited, he returned to the door and, with the conviction of a man dead set on defending his family and home, threw it back open, revealing that his first vision of this unbelievable beast had not been a hallucination. Later, McDaniel described the creature to the police, and we know that description. 3 legs, short body, 2 little short arms coming out of its breast area, 2 big pink eyes as big as flashlights. Opened fire on the creature, hitting it, didn't kill it. I mean, this is an encounter, you know? Is there a chance that this was something that, like, his kids conjured into being like almost a tulpa or something, some childhood fear or some kind of a bogart that took on their fear form, you know?
I think that's probably closer. Some entity who took on the child
bogart
fear
in the Harry Potter sense.
I guess, man, that makes a lot of sense.
Anyway,
it scares the shit out of me that it can be a lie, and then all of a sudden, no, it's here at the front door. You shouldn't have told that lie. Idea.
Or these people had a very strange encounter with something that can't be explained that has come to be known as the Enfield Horror. And you know what? That does it for my segment that I'm calling Enfield Wenfield. We need Nate. We need Nate for the names.
Nate.
He's
you know what we also didn't do? Because Nate's gone, we forgot to do all the promo stuff up front.
We forgot to do the plugs up top. Well, luckily we can do them right now because this brings us to the end field of another episode. Nice. That was kind of something.
Nice save. Beautiful save.
And thank you. And we you know, if you like what we do, if you dig it, check out the dang Patreon. If you can't do the Patreon, just tell your friends about the show. Just tell them, listen to Werewolf Radar. It's fun and funny, and they talk about ghost stuff and they goof around. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Shout out to Chuck from Snappy Little Numbers for our intro and outro song. And Nate, wherever you are, we love you. We fear you.
Vigilant.
We respect what you've done. And until next time. Oh, wait. Mondays, twitch.tv/werewolf_radar, 5 p.m. Mountain Time. It's steak night, baby. We're hunting vampires in a D&D world with our wonderful Dungeon Master Colin Cthulhu, me, Nate, Roger, and Werewolf Radar founding member Sam Talent joins us every week. So get on out there and check it out on the Twitch. And I think that does it for another episode.
I agree.
Werewolf Radar.
We did good.
Paranormal Preparedness for this episode. Wash your hands with all-purpose Monstroco cleansing poisons available in most of the products in your home. It's usually already in there. Until next time, as always, punch the
Touch the
sky,
sky,
spaceman.
spaceman.